press of official business in recent years has denied me the opportunity to visit around as much as I would like. I therefore particularly welcome this opportunity to discuss with you briefly one of the more interesting phases of my work as your senator. I have always been a great believer in research. Many years ago, I read an article which proved that those industrial concerns that had spent the most money on research made the greatest gains in profits and in business. As far back as when I was governor of Georgia, and that was in the days of a $30 million budget and a very great depression, I found the money to put up to match funds for the laboratory in which Dr. Charles Hurdy proved that we could make paper pulp from Georgia pine, and therefore launched our great paper industry. As a matter of fact, the American way of life and all that we enjoy today has grown out of research and experimentation. Recently, agriculture and the farming business has been in the doldrums, and research has appeared to me to be the principal hope of improving the lot of our farmers. I have therefore sought to bring to Georgia a great deal of research in different phases of agriculture. I have brought research activities to improve practically every fruit or vegetable or nut or commercial plant that we grow in our state, and to combat the insects that attack these plants as well as our forests and our ornamental shrubbery. Time would not permit me to discuss every one of those projects. One of the most interesting that's in progress at the present time is the pelleting of our new and spectacular coastal Bermuda grass for commercial reasons. Now, among the permanent facilities that have been built in our state is the Piedmont Soil and Water Conservation Laboratory at Watkinsville, Georgia, which is one of the finest soil and water research stations in the United States. Together with the Liberty County Soil and Water Station, we are improving our knowledge of how to conserve and better utilize our two most important resources, soil and water. Our Georgia forests are the source of much of our wealth. As a matter of fact, our forests have been estimated by the United States Forest Service to have a value in excess of $1 billion. Fire is the greatest enemy of our forests, and the Southern Forest Fire Laboratory at Macon, Georgia, that was established last year, is undertaking to find new means and methods of preventing and eliminating fires and reducing our fire losses. Are you all familiar with the spectacular growth of our broiler industry in Georgia? Perhaps it's not so well known that our broiler producers have to contend with many diseases, that they need to know much in the areas of management of their plants. We have secured a $1 million poultry laboratory for Athens, Georgia, on which we will start work this fall. It will be the largest and most complete facility of its kind in the country. Cotton has declined in importance in Georgia, and corn has increased. We therefore have established a $500,000 of corn laboratory at Tifton to deal with the insects that attack corn and to endeavor to improve our strains of corn. We are dealing with the new varieties of melons to try to find a longer shelf life for peaches. We are producing millions of pine seedlings from our nurseries. We are undertaking to improve our seed grains and soybeans so that our poultry industry in Georgia can become self-sufficient. All of you are familiar with the magnificent disease laboratory that's been established at Emory University by the federal government to do research into communicable diseases. And we will build a substantial addition to that laboratory in the very near future. There are 3 other laboratories that I have in the works at the present time that I'm undertaking to get to Georgia. One of them is a laboratory to deal with eliminating the pollution of our streams and again purifying our waters. That would preserve our fish life and make all of our water available for all purposes. Another is a $500,000 forestry laboratory to undertake to combat the many diseases that are causing great losses, particularly in our pine forest today. The other is a laboratory to deal with every phase of our great peanut industry, the production, the processing, the utilization, and the marketing of peanuts. Our state has all save one of the 7 climatic zones that are known to this continent. We have great wealth in our fields and our forests. Our people are the peers of any in this land. And in the test tubes of research activities, we will find the way to greater prosperity in our beloved Georgia.